Now I'm just constantly debating if I should switch to a tower shield or deal with our current, or keep our current, I should say, reflection brand. Guess we don't have to decide right away here. Hello, quite the welcoming party. I'll take a few of you upstairs with me. Yeah, that's a good little group. Interesting that the auto target takes out the very ugly things before the Iron Troll. For whatever reason, I assumed that the Iron Troll would have been the scarier target there in my books, but what do I know? Hello, friends. If you would join me here. In fact, let's just take you guys upstairs so I can heal between fights. That's always a nice little boon. Doing the same here. Yeah, this is a busy dungeon floor for sure. The wide open layout definitely does wonders in terms of allowing us to be completely surrounded by enemies. Ooh, okay, we do not need that condenser vein, so I'm going to go into my auto pickup here and honestly just fix up a couple things so that it doesn't cause a pain in the butt in our future. Not pick up this crap, don't pick up that crap. Enchant weapon, I guess, is no longer really necessary for us either. And what was I just thinking about? Evocations, right? These bad boys. Once we have one, we don't need another. Do I have all of those? I do indeed. Cool. Perfect. And now, let's just let people come to us once more here. And in fact, yeah, as soon as I get corroded, I'm having none of that. I'll just fight you on your own, please, and thank you. What a wild floor this is. Actually, maybe I should check. No, you have nothing of use on you. Good to know. Jeez Louise, we're gonna play a little bit of fancy footwork here, just switching between stairways. Making sure we don't get too surrounded at any given moment. I also don't want to step towards enemies in a stupid way here. But ain't no thing. Perfect. What else did I leave behind? That should all be fine, actually. Yeah, and if a bunch of you want to step to me, go for it. Step to this, cowards. Let's just dig around, shall we? Perfect. It's so nice being able to create your own pathways in this game. Absolutely huge. Just because positional advantages mean so much, for sure. And actually, yeah, let's just get out of there. No need to get hit by an Orb of Destruction for no reason. Lich has made a horrible decision today. Perfect. And let's follow that up with some good old boomerang play. How do the boomerangs do against an Iron Dragon? Apparently okay. Not great. Don't really want to use my javelins against you, though, so let's keep it up. Perfect. Slowly but surely, we're eking out a little bit of space to call our own here. Depths 5 being a pain in the butt, to say the very least. Actually, yeah, more ice dragons, please. They get absolutely wrecked by my sword once they come into range. Don't so much like the Shadow Dragon. We do at least have 1 pip of RN. I should have checked that before just assuming I did, but I was pretty sure. Okay, Sentinel's Mark. Let's immediately go to the stairs again, shall we? Can at least play this a little bit risky. Allow everyone to come our direction. And you know what? That is honestly enough. I'm already scared. But that should mean that the rest of our stairways have less enemies than usual, right? We still have plenty of turns before Zot shows up here. So ain't no thing in that regard. Apparently Iron Trolls just don't get targeted, because my tab also just did a standard troll over them. That doesn't seem right to me. Something is off there. But all's well that ends well, I guess. Can't really complain if we're just absolutely slapping away at everybody here. No regard. Not too bad. Another Executioner's Axe. Guess we could decide to try that out. something that we briefly mentioned earlier, though I will, for the most part, at any opportunity, be digging myself into a little cubby hole and not taking full advantage of that, so maybe not. We're also slowly mulching through our boomerangs, but should be fine for the rest of the game here still. If we run out, we at least have been saving and holding on to all of our javelins throughout the entire time. And up to level 24, you love to see it. Ooh, getting a little too surrounded by these bad boys. Let us head back. Corrosion is a bit of a pain in the butt. Luckily, even with a -8 corrosion, we're still sitting at a positive place in terms of both our standard armor plate, if it was just taking enchantment off of that, and for our weapon. It's not often you can say you have a tick mark in both those categories. And we'll just keep going through here, little by little. Not too shabby whatsoever. So one of these is going to be the entrance to Zot, I'm guessing. Sir, please walk this way. Talk this way, and all that good stuff. Perfect. And again, any of these ice-based monsters, I honestly just feel sorry for at this point. Not often that I feel that way, especially since in so many of my games recently, including this one actually, I for whatever reason have specifically been lacking in my resistance to cold damage. And so we are playing a bit of a dangerous game in regards to cold-based enemies, where we absolutely destroy them, but they also deal a decent chunk of change back to us in the process. Glass cannon build and all that, even though that's not at all accurate, because this build is absolutely tanking it up. And, I guess we probably head for our third room. I could go down into slime, but it might be a pain in the butt to kill the royal jelly. It's not too bad if we can fight them in a nice corridor that limits the number of slimes that are hitting us. That's not always the case. We're probably safest in the abyss. Oops, excuse me. Meant to do Control F, not Control G. Immediately accidentally do a bunch of crap at once. But yeah, I think I will. It's a little bit scary because usually, actually that's interesting, usually the best route of escaping enemies in the abyss is to teleport yourself, which we can't do. That frightens me a wee bit. We should have decent staying power, but if we get hit by a bunch of torment effects that are taking off, you know, half our health bar, repeat, that's not grand. So I might actually feel better in slime, like I was first supposing here. Could of course go to vaults as well, that's not a horrible idea. But we do have to get creative on Vaults 5 since we're not a spellcaster. So I think I've kind of made my decision. Let's at least check out slime and see how it goes, shall we? So I want to go to M0, please, game. Come on, web server, you can do it. Be careful of the rock slime. Yeah, definitely. Especially since I'm just not used to them yet. So even the fact that they can push you around is a bit of a pain in the butt. And I'm forgetting their other main mechanic. We'll remember when we get there, right? Hello, how goes the run? Pretty fantastically, actually. We've definitely taken off over the last little bit here. Just ramped our way up. We can even do a quick peek of this screen again to show off some of the nice equipment that we got early on here, even though you gotta love it when you have so many egos on your magical things that it doesn't even show up properly on this screen. Absolutely beautiful. The other thing that I do want to keep in mind is I do have this Lagitang for resisting mutations. That might be nice against Shining Eyes. In fact, we could still just put this on and then use our throwing to take out Shining Eyes. So, I think what I want to do is change this triple sword to my A key, and I'm going to change the Lajang to B key so that we can quick change between those. And is there anything else we want to do before we get down? I want to keep the resistance to cold for Azir slimes. Oh wait, but we switched off corrosion resistance for that. That's dumb. Let's not do that. So I'll put that on, and maybe we'll just be a bit more cognizant and aware of when we run into a batch of Azir slimes, especially depending on what else is surrounding us there. And we'll see how she goes here. Come to me. In fact, what am I doing? I should be using boomerangs as they walk. Silly old me. Oh, hello friends. That's a whole lot of slims. Let's take a few of you upstairs. Break this group down a little bit. In fact, I will be happy to take more of you up here. I actually didn't want to do those ones auto attack. I would have preferred to open up our escape routes, but whatever works. That's cool. Oh, hello? Where did the rest of you go? Hey, there you are. I sure hate corrosion damage. Even with the resistance, there's always, seems like, an unreasonable amount of chance that it takes. But that is all good. And this is honestly a pretty solid place to come down here. Let's take these bad boys up with us. Try and break up the group a little bit as they take turns to merge and mold with each other. There we go. Slow it down just a little bit because I am oftentimes going too quickly when facing these grouping slimes. And again, we don't want to get hit a couple times by Titanic slime without paying attention. So that's important. Also, thank you so much, AWOD. Keep our health good. Oh, especially, a stretch feels so nice. That's something that I always forget about, how much I'm hyper-focused on the game in front of me here. Perfect. Drink some of that. Also have a separate glass of water here. Keep myself truly hydrated. I do not drink enough just straight water in my days. It's all like sugary crap and or things that dehydrate me like coffee. So, ooh, hello Shining Eye. We were just talking about you a bit ago. I'm gonna switch to our Latijang. Heck yeah, that means it didn't work on us, I believe. Never a doubt in my mind. That is the beautiful part about using this weapon. I think just one source of resistance to mutation left in the game. In an item, I should say. Because again, there is... oh, we got shafted. Oh, that's fun. But all I was going to say is that there is Zin, of course, the deity who can protect you from mutations as well, though it's not quite the same thing. Oh, and the hat. Hat of the Alchemist. That's what I was forgetting. Perfect. Thank you so much. Keeping me honest there. Make sure I don't lie to all of our lovely folk watching right now. I always forget about Hat of the Alchemist because I never get Hat of the Alchemist. It's so sad. This isn't great. It's the only upstairs we know of, hey? That's fine, I guess. Let's head down to Slime Pits 5, because that's actually a decent 4th floor for us to traverse through, so why the heck not? Silver Latijang, super rare too. Yeah, I've only gotten it, I think, once before in a run. And that's, again, yeah, in like 12 years, something like that of playing. And I actually should note, on top of that, the only run that I've gotten it in is my demon spawn that has been around infinitely. It was in 0.25, so back before Zot Clock. And I have one character that's still on my computer offline here. That's a demon spawn fire elementalist that I am zigging with and having fun every once in a while kind of thing. Go back to them. Alright, let's switch to that Latijang now. Check out the Shining Eye. In fact, let's just take you two upstairs. I don't know what the heck I'm doing with my life. Making poor decisions, apparently. Perfect. And right, I wouldn't actually mind. I might train stabs. I'm not dying, or I'm not like stressing out by our experience. Brain really struggled with that. Wanted to say experiments for whatever reason. That's not right. Don't do that. Our experience allocation is in a pretty good spot overall. So we should be all right to waste a little bit there, or throw a few points, I should say, because it's not a waste, hopefully. Also, I do hate me. These friggin' acid blobs, the bane of my existence. I've lost way too many promising runs in these very slime halls. Experiments, indeed, yeah. Just blend them both together. That is oftentimes the best way to go about it. Also, hopefully I didn't wake up the royal jelly. Because I do not want to fight the royal jelly out here, ideally. What I should have done here is quickly use the scroll of magic mapping like I usually do as long as we have them to spare. And what I want to do is exclude all of these areas. Clear the map out a little bit on our own before we get close enough to wake up the big jelly themselves. No, I guess, Another thing about it, we could get a little bit funky with things. So we have scrolls of immolation, we have javelins. Not what I'm saying? Unfortunately, I don't have a whole lot of experience with that technique. I very much more oftentimes will set up in either the classic blaster caster method of just AoEing everyone to death, or I like to use almost like a stabber technique, regardless of just being a normal melee character, and using like a series of nets and things in that hallway area. But what do we have here? Very resistant to fire sucks. Hits us and knocks back. Okay. Very unfamiliar with some of these new slimes. At least the Quicksilver slimes aren't quite as scary on this character. But I also don't want to be caught out here, so I'm going to call in a friend right away. Let's try and mix up our targets between the little slimes to make sure they're not molding into each other. And there we go, rock slime apparently gets taken out by our friend. Love to see it. In fact, friend, if you want to just keep it up. Oh gosh. So the acid continues. Berserk is loud, sadly. Oh, that's true. I should be more aware of that. In fact, if they start heading towards the slime, should I stop them? Please stop yelling, sir. Sir. Stop yelling at me. No, you. Come back. Oh, they don't listen to me because they're berserked. That makes sense. If you wake up the royal jelly, know that I'll be very unhappy with your performance. You'll get a bad performance review when I get back to Trog. I think we're good? We're okay. No, thank you for the reminder there, AWOD, because I do forget that everyone's just screaming at the top of their lungs when they go berserk, of course. Gone too used to the fact that we never go berserk ourselves. But acid blobs get immediately focused down because I absolutely hate those bad boys, as you may have picked up by the fact that I've mentioned it like 4 times in the last 5 minutes or so. I also want to let opponents come out to me here because, yeah, just hitting slimes in general causes a lot of noise. But okay. What do we have here? A couple of enemies scouted out. Which of these paths looks best to me? I guess they're all fairly equal. What I probably should do, now that I think about it for a split second, is come in from the top one, and that way we have our retreat stairs nearby. That makes sense. So, I'll even just quickly remove this exclusion, make my job a little bit easier. Okay, where are you at, Royal Jelly? Hello, friend. Now, do I want to go for the hallway strat? Or do I want to get weird with some immolation? Probably hallway nets. And javelins, of course, if need be. But this is a half-decent hallway spot, especially if I bring in a friend or two to help block the way. Okay, immediately murders my troll. Fun stuff. How hard do you hit again? 30 extra acid damage, 50 extra acid damage. You can... Oh, they removed the ability to net the royal jelly. Thank you. I was not actually aware of that. That's not great for me. Well, I do have 1 pip of RF. So... I do think you're right there, Watch. Even if they didn't, we can hit with a javelin, then... Oh, I'm engulfed. That's important. Let's read Scroll of Immolation. Yes, indeed, game. I'm feeling wacky. In fact, then... Oh, we don't even have to hit the buddy next to us? Okay. Yeah. Something like that. Cause some explosions, some panic and mayhem if we can here. That's a beautiful shot that hits a whole bunch of immolation targets. Okay, the slime is getting closer than I would like. Forget how fast the royal jelly is. But let's back off a little bit. Let's throw 1 more spur. I also, well, all the enemies are on that side of me. I think I will now evoke my condenser vein. See what we get. Is cold a good one? Not familiar with all their resistances. Yes, it is. Okay. Heck yeah, bud. What else? My main issue here is I want to be able to escape if things start going poorly. If I have a really bad amount of acid piled up on top of me here, definitely want to be near enough to the stairs. Ideally with no rock slimes nearby. Immolate again since new slime spawn? Maybe, but I'm a little bit scared. I don't want to kill myself with them either. Where you only have 1 pip of fire. You are vulnerable to silver. Okay, you son of a gun. How many silver javelins do I have? 13? 9% chance to hit you? I'll take that bet. Where does that leave us here? Jeez. Yeah, a bunch of fire explosions with our ice clouds, of course. That is a little scary, but it killed the rock slime, which is who I was most worried about coming up here. And... Now I almost do want to do the immolation again, just to get some more of these bad boys in effect. In fact, let's see. Your immolation is going to hit us. This buddy's immolation is going to hit us. Everyone else is far enough away. We could use Phantom Mirror. I usually Phantom Mirror the jelly too, but I didn't bother this time around. What else? Just going through all of our options here because we are far too late in the game to kill ourselves in a stupid way. 3D 18 on Ice Blast. You probably have how much health left? A decent chunk is the answer. The quick answer, at least. You know what? I know you said off air after I gave my reasoning, but I'm actually going to do it anyway here. Sorry, capital Y game. Yes, that's important. Back up. I do not like the rock slime. Never too late to kill yourself in a stupid way. Definitely not wrong. Let's see. Can I hit a few of you immolation buddies in one shot? I can indeed. And ideally I want to kill the rock slime here. Again, because I don't want to get knocked around in a bad way. Okay, now I can no longer hit the royal jelly and the rock slime, but that's fine. Let's kill the royal jelly. Perfect. Of course, again, we're not out of it yet. Still very much in the thick of things here as all of the slimes start coming towards us. And let's see. almost be a good idea to pop out the stairs here and pop up somewhere else, but we're also very close to taking out all of you, hey? Not resistant to fire, definitely not resistant to fire. In fact, the opposite, yep, perfect. Yeah, so do you know what? I'm actually going to make them all walk through the fire clouds. I'm going to blow you up before you do so without me wanting it. Let's keep leading the slimes through the fire and flames here, much like we did back in the Guitar Hero days. And what else do we have? We have condenser vein backup, right? Nice fireworks, indeed. It's absolutely beautiful, right? When you get it working. He died again, having so much fun with Luganu, though. Nice, I need to definitely spend some more time with them. Because I even like just the start of the run with Luganu, when you can try your best to scum through the abyss and pick up a few good items before finding your way out of there. I think it's a fun little mechanic for starting out your run. And nice, you got that reference. Nice, it's getting to the point in life where it's going to be a dated reference, hey? As much as I hate to admit it. But I have many a fond memory of both Rock Band and Guitar Hero for sure. Very much classics of my time. Jeez Louise. Okay, let us... What are you not resistant to? Oh, you're vulnerable to silver too. Interesting. I guess all slimes, right? They're all kind of aberrations of nature. Well, in that case... Can't believe I missed a 93% chance to hit. That's great. Oh, there we go, though. I think that's it. Holy crap. Not too bad. Any royal jelly kill always makes me feel real good inside. Let's just pick all this crap up, shall we? There's our third rune. The +2 pair of boots of Quahog. Resist poison, resist corrosion. Well, our current boots aren't any better, right? The kind of stupid stuff about this is our third overlap of things with these two resistances on them. Oh no, I'm thinking of also resistance to electricity. So at any point we could take off so much of the crap we're using. Like, cause yeah, we had this sword, which I guess we're no longer using. But the series of rings we have, the necklace we have, like it all just kind of overlaps over and over again with each other. But hopefully these boots look sick when we put them on. Not quite as nice as the brilliant red that we were wearing, but it's not bad, to say the least. You died because of a kobold summoner summoning Nekox, mutating you once, giving you minus scroll, then used all your mute pots with no luck and died without Telly and Blink. Jeez, yeah, that's a rough way to go for sure, especially since it happened so quickly just on the spot like that. Very sorry to hear it, but there is always another run for sure. I also should quickly, and I think there is a hotkey to do this even more quickly, but I don't mind going through and removing all those exclusions by hand. And let us finally get our last evocable here in the box of beasts. Don't mind if I do. In fact, I might even drop this sword now. It served us well, but our inventory is too full of crap. Oh, slings. We're still picking up sling bullets? I'm an idiot. Well, that's great. Drop all those. And 7 scrolls of fog. Interesting. How am I feeling today? 8 scrolls of fog. So even if we open that treasure trove, we'd still have 1 scroll of fog. Oh, and perfect. Thank you so much, lentils and rice. Control E for the quick exclusion removal. I use them in such targeted fashions that I almost always just end up removing them manually anyway, but that's very good to know for the future. For this floor in particular, because I do always do slime this exact same way, pretty much. Not the way I fight the royal jelly, but the magic mapping to, whatchamacallit, to excluding all the entrances. So my question is, do I want to take this escape hatch? It's probably stupid to do that. The issue is that we got shafted down to this floor, so we do have to traverse an entire floor. Oh, maybe not. Oh no. Get to the stairs. Oh no, I'm marked when I come up here though. That's bad. Maybe this one will be closer. I'm just passing the buck along here, causing all the monsters to come to these areas. Absolutely great plan. But let's just run. Run, run, run. Go, 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 go. And get out of there. Perfect. There we go. Now officially a success in slime. Thanks for that last minute panic, spot alarm trap. Gotta love it. And holy moly. There we go. We have 3 runes down. Definitely not feeling particularly greedy today. So I think we will head down to Zot now. Question is, do I want to set anything up before doing so? How quickly do I attack with this? Slightly slower than once per turn. Okay, that's good to know. So I think I will try using that Lagitang of Order against an Orb of Fire, just for funsies. Use javelins until they approach us and then switch over. Or not switch over, rather, but just start attacking with that. Maybe, just maybe. The other things, of course, if we wanted to do full due diligence here, we should probably go through vaults. You could even go through crypt if we wanted. But I'm feeling pretty strong in terms of my solutions to most of the Zot creatures. Oh, another cool thing they added is you can hit the @ sign with weapons equipped and it'll tell you your average swing speed instead of just using your old-fashioned swinging in the air. That is fascinating. Perfect, and that gives you the average one as well, which is better because sometimes it is variable. So awesome. Thank you again, Lentils and Rice. You're teaching us all kinds of little tips and tricks in terms of making our life a little bit easier. Love to hear it. There's always so much more to learn about this game, especially for somebody who plays it as lazily as I do. Very much stuck in my ways. But that is an awesome little feature that I hopefully can remember in the future. Thank you again for sharing. Okie dokie. Downwards we go. Oh wait, I guess... I might need more than one scroll of fog, right? I love treasure troves. They're almost never useful whatsoever, but I love loot boxes, so by extension, I really want to use that treasure trove. Let's maybe go through some of Zot first. Maybe that's the best medium ground between the two. But here we go. One of the funny things about a Formicid is the fact that we can, if we would like, once we've cleared through Zot, if you're feeling a little bit weaker than you might otherwise like to be, you can always start to dig tunnels all throughout the dungeon to create the absolutely shortest route possible between your start and end point, which is kind of good fun. A lot of time, and definitely helps out a lot on your Orb Ascension. Okay, let's dig through some walls here. Get rid of some sight range if possible. That was just an unlucky poison, right? It was indeed. Perfect. I also have no cold resistance, which I should keep in mind here. And annihilators can annihilate themselves for all I care. Please get the heck out of here. Orb Run is super scary as a Formicid. Yeah, the inability to blink definitely does cause for some scares on its own. And I guess not haste either, because that is often what I do. Because usually you have a bunch of haste potions saved up by this stage in the game, and you can just splurge and use all of them in one fell swoop. So that is actually a good point. I might, regardless of how strong we're feeling, want to dig up some of those tunnels, because it does help out a great deal in terms of overall survivability. I also, dang it, should have closed that gap sooner. Wasn't thinking there. Wanted to soften them up with some throwing damage, but at the end of the day we were probably better served just getting rid of the problem here. But let's split up these enemies, take it easy, no reason to risk ourselves unnecessarily. Perfect. This is not my favorite setup for a Zot floor here. Far too many thin walls that we're not able to fully make use of our digging ability. It is normally so effective. Ooh. Speaking of which, might actually just knock a hole here. Perfect. Extend my mandibles again here, and let's do this. Perfect. Face these bad boys one at a time. Lightning isn't great for us, but everyone else should be in a slightly better position here. Again, besides the fact that we're occasionally standing around in clouds, because that's not great. But I was hoping to avoid any damnation, as well as not letting polearm users get closer to us than I would like. Hello, friends. Come to me again, please. And just keep making our little cubby holes over and over. Yeah, that lightning does do a number, to say the least, but should be okay. Hello, friend. So used to getting casters this far in the game. It's been a while. I guess that's not even a little bit true now that I think about it for faster than a moment, because we did just very recently bring a troll through Zot and got pretty much the whole way through before making some horrible mistakes. But it still is unfamiliar territory for me. I so often like having the freedom of, or rather the versatility of having a number of spells that we can resort to. Specifically, I guess, when thinking of those Draconian packs, I really want AoE. So OTR is always a favorite. In fact, if you have OTR and Ignite Poison, it's the full combo, of course. But we should be fine, all things considered here. The last thing that we do want is a better tower shield, please, game. I've been dying to get that. Let's turn Sling Bullets off auto pickup, though. It's been far too long that I've just left that on out of pure laziness. Let's keep her moving. We do have one more brand weapon scroll if we wanted to get fancy with our triple blade here. We could try and give it Vorpal or something, so it's a little more effective, or universally effective against monsters down here. But I do love the sheer amount of damage that the Flaming Brand does, for sure. Pretty satisfying. Please get out of here, yellow Draconians. The corrosion is so brutal. The nice thing is, yeah, not the very last time that we were here, but the second last time before that, we were definitely in a painful situation because we were an octopode that was relying on statue form to stay alive. So each and every one of these purple Draconians was a full-on panic mode situation, which we don't have to deal with quite as much this time, which is awesome, of course. Freaking Draconian doing a number on us with a Freezing Brand weapon. That's, I guess, another thing that we are slightly missing out on this run is a lack of RC. What happens if you enter a teleport trap as a Formicid? Nothing. And in fact, if it's a temporary one, you just delete it, which is nice. A permanent one, it just does nothing to you, which I guess is actually better now that I think about it for a split second, because that does allow you to walk directly over it, and enemies will pop in and get teleported away. So that's something that we'll probably want to keep in mind in the Zot lungs. Because, yeah, again, stasis with Formicids is such a funny thing. It's such a blessing and a curse. Like, there are so many horrible situations where it makes it so much scarier, of course. But at the end of the day, Zot lungs, I'm so excited to not be bounced around everywhere constantly. I mean, we have to be super careful, don't get me wrong, because we can't bounce ourselves around, which is often our only way out, but at the end of the day, it does at least make things a bit more controlled. Regardless of maybe overall difficulty, you just have more direct control over the situation in that regard. Hey, Failfink, how's it going? Hope you're having a fantastic morning here. Let's let these buddies come to us, please and thank you. I also shouldn't waste all my javelins when a boomerang does the trick. Why use steel when bit of wood do trick? Okay, 3 runes, Zot, we got this. I sure hope so. Did I know that falcons can live 12 to 15 years? Not off the top of my head, no. In general, birds are surprising in lots of categories for how long they live, because parrots live an exceptionally long time. Can't remember the number off the top of my head, and I don't want to lie to all of you lovely folk, but I do remember it being pretty long, because you can have something like 2 or 3 parrots over the course of your life before you might die before your latest one. Which is wild, for sure, for such a small creature. We normally associate long living with just big old tortoises and stuff. So if you think about it, all currently living falcons were born in the 21st century. That's true. It's definitely fun to think about things in that way for a lot of different animals. It's like how it was a pretty random milestone, but a fun milestone when I realized, like, everyone at 2018, everyone that was an adult was born before the millennium, and everyone who was under adulthood was born after. Doesn't really mean anything, but it's kind of fun. And that makes them all Millennium Falcons. Okay, I see, that's great. That's even better than I thought. I thought it was a fun thought experiment, but you turned it into something even better. Okie dokie. Let's be a wee bit cautious here. I don't want to get corroded too much by this annoying pack of buddies, but okay, there we go. There's a hallway that we can retreat to. Like how I just rolled with it. I try my best because I misunderstand things in chat all the time. Just a constant part of my day. Especially, I feel so sorry for people sometimes when I don't manage to roll with it. I just don't cotton on to what they're joking with whatsoever, and I take things seriously. I think that happened to Brain a while back, where he was trying to make a joke about wearing, like, physical rose-tinted goggles, and I kept on making them into metaphors. Sure, it's just painful from their end. The perfect straight man. I do my best. Ooh, a triple crossbow. Do we hard pivot into crossbows? Would be kind of fun. And it's one of the only times you'll ever see me using a triple crossbow, because normally shields are just too dang good. Now's the time, exactly, Lentils, yeah. Which actually, calling you Lentils does makes me think that I always forget to explicitly mention to people that if you have like a preferred nickname or anything, especially if you have a multi-part name that I may or may not shorten at some point in the future, let me know, because I'll try my best to remember to respect preferred name signs or call signs and stuff like that. Nicknames are fun. Can't always promise though. Definitely, I'm more of a assigning names to faces kind of person. I was really good with names, like in high school, or in school in general, I should say. But that was usually with the addition of a face. It helps me out a great deal, just the way that my memory works. This is almost there. I can at least put it to a name, which isn't nothing, to say the least. Let's read another magic mapping. See how she goes. I guess, yeah, I always think that you're just talking to chat there, Balefink, and you might be, but I can also answer, I'm doing absolutely fantastic this morning. Or not morning for me, but still morning somewhere for you, particularly too, so I'll roll with that. Absolutely fantastic, regardless of what happens on the run. Doing great. Definitely had a bit of a headache earlier today, which I'm glad has mostly cleared up, because otherwise I probably wouldn't be playing quite as proficiently. And that's saying something, because I'm normally not playing that proficiently anyway. Hello, friends. In Zot, almost max XP, still has an unidentified scroll. Hey, I do what I can to frustrate each and every viewer out there. But, oh hey, speaking of which, it's because I stopped picking up identify scrolls a long time ago. But why not? Let's use one more, for old time's sake, shall we? Because I of course kid about trying to annoy everyone. I try my best not to do that on a daily basis. To varying success, of course. Boring. Oh, I know. I can't please everyone, though. Awesome. Okay, I should probably just switch over to my javelins and take out this summoning son of a gun before they put me out of my mind here. Hello, friend. And what kind of cloak is this? Cloak of Preservation. Current one I'm wearing is just a standard cloak, so yeah, what am I doing? I mean, I already have resistance to corrosion in multiple forms, but I can always have more, right? Let's drop our Ring of Slaying. Just found out your favorite Blaggers ITA tune isn't on Spotify. That's a shame, too bad. Definitely makes it easiest to pick up if you have a Spotify account, I guess. It's nice to have all of the songs you like to listen to coalesced in one place.